What's up everyone, Gorgeous Gamer here, bringing you a brand new setup. We are diving into Guild Wars 2, specifically the Return to Missions. The Return to Missions, part of Living Story Season 2, Glint's Prophecy. They don't require an expansion to play, very easily accessible. The first mission of Return to is combining the first two episodes of Living Season Story 2, Gates of Maguuma and Entanglement. What's the point? Well, other than a ton of achievement points, if you go down to your Return to, you will see that if you complete all 12 of 12 achievements, you will net yourself some pretty rewards. You will net yourself, first off, Zephyrite Lockpicks, Mystic Coins, Map Currency of Geodes, and a Pack Fleet Weapons Cache. On top of all of these achievements, you are adding towards another achievement, which is the Seasons of the Dragons achievement. By doing each of these Return to missions, you will complete tiers within this achievement setup. These net even greater rewards, like an Ascended Weapons chest, a legendary precursor, a 32 slot bag, and a legendary amulet on top of a title. Pretty great stuff if you ask me. So tip number one, I would suggest doing this with a new character or character that hasn't completed your map completion yet. The map completion bonuses are a great easy way of getting things like exotics, keys, T6 mats, etc. Next, check whatever of the storyline mission achievements you have not done, specifically in the instances of the stories. These are another easy way of netting yourself some Ascended gear and more achievement points. Again, remember, this is 2 chapters, Gates of Maguuma and Entanglement, so make sure you check them out, both of those, before you go into them. Then go ahead and look at your General tab and go down into Dry Top for the map achievements. These don't net great rewards, but again, easy achievement points while you're already there. If you don't want anything else to do with this achievement point-wise, the Mystic Coins sell for over 2 gold a piece, and you're saving yourself a ton of gold with the Fleet Pack weapons, which can run anywhere between 39 gold all the way down to 30. So if you're looking to get that achievement setup done, you can easily at least get 3 or 4 of those skins for free and not have to worry about it. Another skin achievement setup is the Ambrite weapons, which you need geodes in order to purchase and then in order to craft. So where do you get these crafting recipes? Well, of course, in the vendor. The vendor here works in a tier system. So as you complete certain events, you will bump up the tier. As you increase the tier, more things will unlock with the vendor, and then later on, things will just be simply cheaper to buy at the vendor. So don't buy them right off the bat unless you're desperate. Try and wait for a map to get further along with all the events, so that way you can make it as cheap as you can. Another thing that the vendor will have is certain special crafting mats for the Mawdrey back piece and the Mawdrey 2 gizmo. These are super unique items. They require a lot of crafting. It's kind of a scavenger hunt sort of setup. It is fun, but it can be very expensive, especially when you're crafting things like the clay pots and you're crafting the meats. But as you'll see, every time you complete a setup, you'll get a new portion of the back piece, which evolves with every setup. And then when you finally complete it, you will get a new gizmo, which will eat bloodstone dust to give you a gift. A very easy achievement is the Crop Harvester. In most areas like the deserts, it's a little more difficult, but here, if you go in that top left corner over in the Oasis, there is a farm here. Makes it very easy when you're doing Dry Top. The zones, as you can see, are all sectioned off as you see on the screen. So when you're doing the Bandit Chest specifically, you'll need to make sure that you are in those zones in order to get the achievement. If you harvest one of the buried lockpicks during the sandstorm, you will not end up getting into the right zone, and you need 10 per zone. And that is probably the most difficult challenge in this entire map. It's just making sure that when you are harvesting these buried locked treasure chests, that they're in the right zone. So pay attention to your mini map, open up your large map. The sandstorm spawns at the 40-minute mark of the hour. So if you look at your mini-map clock and it's close to the 40, get into the zone. You've got 20 minutes to go ahead and finish it off. Start with one area, fly around, get your 10, move on to the next area. You'll likely have to revisit the zone, unfortunately, because trying to get all 30 of those chests within that 10-minute span is a little bit challenging ultimately. But that's it. The first 2 missions, super simple for the return to setup. Enjoy, and I'll talk to you next time.